Wrong. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. Little devils pray for my doom. Won't apologize for the boom. To answer your question, I'm rapping a reggae. Yeah, mixtape coming soon. You didn't expect me to fly. Really don't know why. Got it by the most high. I ain't even gon' lie. Yeah, God made me a star. Then he blessed me with a car. That's a clean black fit. Yeah, he making me a vet. My brother tried to throw shade. We ain't even got debt. Hating cause I'm getting paid. Attention got a brother said. Bigger than any hypocrite or envious believer that did not like me. I don't give a damn who don't like me. If Allah loves me, what do I care? We used to stay in one room. Almighty God made room. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. We used to stay in one room. Almighty God made room. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. I just have to tell him and keep it 100. I'll praise through a law. I came out the jump. Know you my brother, no matter the money. We got good enough and they know I'm a hummer. Cause we was bedding down in the slums. Yeah. So they saw with a gun, yeah. My mama wrecking like a drag strip. She shot a bird at the judge, yeah. Who are you to judge, yeah? I was on painkillers, feeling nauseous. Slave blood in my arms, yeah. I got the rubber guard in my heart, yeah. Hitting switches in the mothership. I turn the wheel into a jumbotron, yeah. Maliki, I'm dean. When I get it in, I can't do no wrong, yeah. I buy my head and my grip before I take a breath and then I get it in, yeah. Sardines in the scene, yeah. The putting birds on the beach, yeah. Cracking atoms in the laboratory. I'm a scientist with a big, yeah. Angel of God, took a little bit of time to open up my wings, yeah. We used to stay in one room. Almighty God made room. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. We used to stay in one room. Almighty God made room. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Boom, boom. They won't prepare for the boom. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. We used to stay in one room. Devils pray for my doom. They won't prepare for the boom. We used to stay in one room. Almighty God made room. All right, everyone. Peace and blessings. We are back for another Sunday. The Art of Living. So excited about this interview today, but just give us a few minutes while we set up and make sure everything is working. One, I got to make sure that the comments are working. So let's see. Sure this is working. All right. Okay. So I'm about to make sure this is working. So I'm going to just play another song for y'all real quick. Not a whole song, just a few minutes before we get started. Let's see. Oops, I did that one already. We coming, y'all. I'll be right back. Hold on, y'all. Niggas who been lacking reacting. Ain't no more lacking reacting. We standing up now, we up at it, we action. Now I go get it and stack it. Waking up now, we don't need no more traffic.
All right, let's see. Why can't these?
We know they got it on rap through 400 because we've been lacking reacting. Ain't no more lacking reacting. We standing up now, we up at it, we action. Now I go get it and stack it. Working them out, we don't need no more traffic.
I don't know why trying to get the chat working, y'all. So I apologize. Work with me.
The youth don't need a stunt double. Introduce them to the real thing. Gotta tell them about the hidden hand. Real talk, that's the real pain. Introduce you to the white man. Think you made it, that's the real pain. Then I let you see a white snake and you can't see they the same thing. Get your bread, yeah, build your business. Hidden hand in the same lane. Keep a slaves in a small cell. Tell a young nigga bang bang. Shoot first, ask questions later. Two brothers in the same game. Fuck that like fuck crack. Big dog like a great day. 400 years we've been lacking reacting.
Okay. So looks like the chat is working. So we're about to get started, y'all. About to get started. All right, here we go. Peace and blessings, everyone. Once again, you are joining the Art of Living with, of course, your sister, friend, host, all the good stuff, Imani Muhammad. Just a brief history. I don't want to take too much time to give y'all a context because this is, yes, the second interview on YouTube, but we have been doing interviews for the last 2.5, 3 years on Instagram, going Instagram Live with different folks from all over the United States. One of my most notable interviews was with brother Blue Pill. So the two twins, Blue and Red. I actually got to interview Blue and learn a lot about CMOS and just healthy living and hip hop in New York. So that was a good interview. And also David Jefferson from Portland. He was one of my first interviews that I did as well. So been doing this for a couple years. Also had a blog talk radio show years ago. And so I don't think I'm the best, interview host, but what I will say is that I love sharing conversations and platforms. And so as I have learned in digital real estate through Brother Ben X, is that it's really important and really valuable about when you have a product or when you have a service, right? Or a person like me who just has committed and devoted my life to service for humanity. It's really important to build your brand and have and add value. And so for me, while I think I know a little bit of information, I get excited about having conversations with real people and conversations that will bring, positive vibes for folks that are listening. So I always am interviewing different people, always having conversations with different folks. One, for you to get to know different people, but also to let us know that we all have a journey, but we all have a lot of similarities more than differences. And so the Art of Living kind of theme came about from a book that I wrote. I wish I had a copy right in front of me, but I don't, but I will grab it. But the Art of Living, you can go to travelingpillar.com and get a copy of that. And, the book was about really universal principles. So I've shared with folks before in all my interviews that, I ascribe to Islam. I've been in the nation for many, many years. And part of my journey has been learning and studying different cultures, but always filtering them through the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So I've been able to, what I think is find kind of the universal principles, no matter what religion, no matter what philosophy, no matter what we're a part of. Like there's some universal truths that we all ascribe to, and so we're going to get into that today with our guest, because what I love about him is that he has shared with me about, his religion is love. And so we're going to talk about that along with some other things. So that's how we got here today, y'all. We're just going to jump right in. Again, second time using YouTube. So it there might be a little glitches, but I think I got it all set up. The chat is available for anyone that joins. At the same time as we're having these conversations, there's obviously the live conversation, and then this will live on the YouTube channel so we can share it out. And I also will be sharing it out with people too. So we're just going to have a good conversation. And at whatever point you hear this conversation, hopefully it will give you something to change your life with, or just inspire you to do better, right? So we're going to bring in the guests. And of course, as always, we like to let our guests introduce themselves. So here we go. There he is. All right.
Hey.
I'm doing good. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jasse Chimuku,
Yes.
founder of North Stars Basketball and owner of Chimuku Cuisines, and a
Yes.
devoted father of three kids. My daughter's 16, about to be 17, and then I have a 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old son, well, a 5-year-old son. I keep saying he's 6. I don't know why I think he's older than he is. Probably because he act like that.
I was gonna say he might be 16. He might be going on
Right.
16.
Let him tell it he is 16.
Right. That's what happens.
Right.
So we're gonna jump in. First and foremost, I'm always honored to even, just have conversations too. So I want to just return that back to you. I got a lot of questions because I want to pick your brain. But
Let's do
let's
it.
talk about let's just start with just North Stars basketball program and
Okay.
with the context of you and I have known each other for many many years. We've ran
Right.
into each other because we are around the same kind of circle and communities.
Right.
Um, but just let's talk about a little bit of the history of North Stars. Like what was your passion? What went into it when you started it? And then, kind of where is it today?
Okay.
But yeah, just a little bit of that history would be good.
So it's ironic how North Star started through my sister slash best friend Monique Sorrell. At the time when I came back from college, she was working at SEI,
Okay.
and she had a kid at Ockley Green that was an African student. You know what I'm saying? An African American student, right? First
Hmm.
generation student from Africa, from Ethiopia. His name was Darwin. He was having troubles in the classrooms with the teachers. So Monique sought out for me because I'm African, I could relate to the kid and give him some perspective of how to navigate his way through America.
Mm.
So I went to go meet the kid in Miss Sorrell's office. She was Sunday school coordinator at the time, Ackley Green. So I met Darwin in Miss Sorrell's office, and I was sitting down when I met him. And I was talking to him, and I was like, you know what, you want to go for a walk and talk? Because he was not being open. He was shy, like,
Hmm.
most kids are at that time. He was in third grade, so of course he's going to be shy.
Right.
So he stood up. I stood up. He's like, you're tall. You play basketball? I was like, yeah, I just got done playing college basketball. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I want to play basketball too. So boom, that was a common ground. That was a common,
Yeah.
like, that was something that we had in common that drove us to want to do better, right? That drove
Right.
him to want to do better, even to think about doing better. So we
Right.
went in a walk and we made a deal. I told him, I said, yo, I will pick you up every Saturday if you give me weekly reports from your school, so you did a good job at school. So that was the first incident of anything
Hmm.
mentorship, any kind of coaching, any kind of anything. That was the first incident of me tapping into basketball as a life skill versus
Mm.
just as an athletic skill.
Hmm.
So me and that kid dog, we still involved to this day. Right now, he's supposed to be a junior in college.
Wow.
Right, he's supposed to be a junior. He's a junior in college right now, and like it's dope because I never thought about being a coach.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, to be honest, I started playing basketball myself as freshman in high school. And the
Mm.
only reason I started playing basketball was with Brandon Brooks. If we're off from the Brandon
Yep.
Brooks,
Yep.
the legendary
Absolutely.
Brandon Brooks,
The
I
legend.
get, I get goosebumps talking about this shit. He transferred to
Hmm.
Portsmouth Middle School in his 8th grade year. And I'm outside just hanging out on lunch period. At lunch period,
Hmm.
he forced me to play basketball. He's like, bro, you too tall to eat. Man, come on, play basketball. Mind you, I'm only like 5'7" at the time. But 5'7"
Right.
in 8th grade is pretty tall, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So he's like, come play basketball. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just out here, right? So I'm running
Right.
back and
Right.
forth. But I enjoyed it. It was easier than soccer.
Right.
It was way easier than soccer. I grew up playing soccer. Soccer is my first
Hmm.
sport. So
Hmm.
now I'm playing basketball. This is hell. I could run past everybody,
Right.
right? I
Right.
don't care about that ball. I don't know what's going on with that ball. I don't understand. I have no concept of what's basketball related or none of that. But the fact that we could run up and down and I'm passing everybody up with no effort was intriguing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Hmm.
kudos to Brandon Brooks for triggering my basketball mindset.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
kudos to Coach Gary Smith for
Mm.
implementing hard work and ethic. Because everything I do coaching wise, I got it from Coach Gary Smith. That's my first original coach.
Okay.
He taught me how to
Okay.
play the game. He taught me how to use the game for my benefits as well.
Hmm.
So Coach
Hmm.
Gary Smith, Kudos to you, my man. Like, you're the
Yeah.
greatest coach ever. I wish you had a high school job somewhere because you won a lot of championships. His pedigree works. You know what I'm saying? The pedigree works.
Right.
So
So we're just in terms of your history of basketball, real quick, and then we're gonna come back to North Stars. But I do want to ask: Did you? So you said you started freshman high school, and I say this because there may be some of the players that you currently coach now or have coached that may hear this. So started freshman in high school, and were you able to go to 4-year college? Did you go to JUCO? Like, what was your kind of basketball path?
So I started freshman year in high school, and I'm the type of athlete. If I cannot produce, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and figure out what I can get better at so I can produce. So first year tryouts, I was a freshman. I don't know how to dribble the ball. I don't know how to shoot the ball.
Right.
But defense, that's easy.
Right.
All I gotta do is stop the ball, block the shot.
Right.
Kudos. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm a 6'3". So I came back freshman year. I was 6'2" freshman year. I outgrew my soccer skills.
Yep.
And on top of that, my brother, he's an all-state goalie at soccer at Roosevelt. So I'm going to Roosevelt to go play with my big brother, varsity soccer as a freshman. But I hate losing. We got smacked every game. Like, literally. If I can't score and he can't stop the goal, we're not winning.
Right.
We can't play soccer with 2 players.
Nope.
Soccer needs 9 players minimum to be on the same page.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have 2 players on the same page and 9 players off key. It's not going to work.
Not with soccer. No.
Not with soccer. So freshman year, that's my last year playing soccer. I was like, you know what? I'm done kicking this ball. I'm gonna see how it bounces. So I went and tried for basketball, and I made freshman team. Within half of the season, I got moved up to JV. I was one of the 2 freshmen that got moved to JV as a freshman. Mind you, this is my first year playing real basketball.
Right.
And towards so to me, I gravitated to the coach because I knew I had no skill set. I know all these kids ahead of me. There's these guys crossing over, jump shooting. You know what I'm saying? Wow in the crowd. All I got is energy and heart.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the coaches gravitated me because of that. So they put me on a team, and my coach told me, "Hey man, I like how you work. Just keep it up. You gonna get there. Guaranteed. Believe in yourself." And I will never forget that. You know what I'm saying? I will never forget that. So that's my basketball sense from me starting to where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was never the man on the team. And any team I played for, I was never the man. Right. But I was the man. Big difference, right? Because it's all about mentality, perspective. Everybody think about being the man. Oh, I gotta score 18 buckets. I gotta no. Be the man. Right? Be the person you are. Because guess what? You being that person you are is gonna make you elite in your own right.
Yep.
I was able to play college basketball because of who I am. Not because of my skill set, because of my motor and my drive and my motivation to inspire everybody else. My college coach, I tried for college basketball. Coach told me straight up, man, you should be a point guard. You 6'4", athletic, you got a great handle, but my vision sucked. Sorry, coach, I can't be a point guard. I don't see nobody else on this court. You know what I'm saying? I go on that court, that ball touch my hand, I see the basket. Right. I'm either getting a dunk or getting a layup. Something's going to happen with this ball. But I'm not going to try to pass first. Right. So point guard out to pass first. You know what I'm saying? And move around.
Right.
That was not me. You know what I'm saying? My IQ's not high enough either at that time. At that time, my IQ was not high enough for me to point guard. Like, I'm just coach. I'm out here to get buckets and energize the crowd. That's me. Put me in the game when you need me. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, don't use me for no reason, bro.
Right. So I'm gonna come back to that because I'm a point guard. So we're gonna come back to that. So the 4th grader, the first student, connected with him basketball. Third grade. Yeah. And now he's gonna be a junior in high school or college. So what happened? So what was the path then from there? So you're like, man, mentorship is kind of my jam.
Yeah. So what happened from there? Like, I praise him to this day, right? Because a lot of people talk about saving people's lives, but you can be saved too by helping somebody else. So without Monique calling me that day to come in and talk to this kid, right?
Yep.
I don't know
Yep.
where I'd be at today. Without Darwin
Mm,
gravitating to me that day, I don't know where I'd be at today. But
right.
some because I came back from college as a lost cause. Basically, I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
had I had no like no direct line of where
Right.
Coach Jasse. Well, at the time I was not Coach Jasse. I was just Jasse,
Right.
right? I did not
Right.
know what Jesse's way of life is gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
throwing parties. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing A, B, and C, but I still didn't feel. I didn't feel like I didn't feel, for lack of better words, I didn't feel accomplished.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Yeah, I went to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this, but I still didn't feel accomplished. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Mm-hmm.
something was missing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not until I started North Stars basketball to a damn,
Mm-hmm.
my spark in life came back. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we
Mm-hmm.
went from me and him working out every Saturday to 3 kids working every Saturday to 5 kids working every Saturday to the point to where I'm going to watch these kids play in these games and they're not being used properly. I know what these kids
Yep.
could do.
Yep.
Why are you not
Yep.
why is he not in the game?
Yep.
Because his coaches got favoritism. They got players that, this my homeboy's son, this my son, da da da. So I got 4 kids that are my kids, and they're all the rest of you guys fill in the blanks.
Right.
That's
Yep.
how I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yes.
mind you, at that time I'm not a father, so I don't have the father DNA at the time.
Right.
All
Right.
I had was the fact that these kids work hard at these workouts, and I know they got
Mm-hmm.
skills they can use in this game, but they're not
Mm-hmm.
being able to utilize the skill set.
Mm-hmm.
You all right? So now,
Yeah. Yep.
so from there, so we met Kadeem Nelson, Dre Seamster, Ronald Harris. You know what I'm saying? All these, I'm dropping all these names because these are the kids that originated with North Stars, right?
Gotcha. Yep. Yep.
JP. You know what I'm saying? Like all these original North Stars, the original North Stars.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are pillars. Like I don't care what happens to these guys, but I do know one thing: they are productive and they're
Right.
contribute to society. You know what I'm saying? That's all I cared about. At the time when I started North
Mm-hmm.
Stars, I didn't care about nothing else. I still don't care about nothing else. All I care
Mm-hmm.
about with these kids is become better. That's all
Right.
pedigree. Become better, right?
Yep.
The more you
Yep.
work at it, the better you become at it. Regardless of
Right.
whatever you want to do. It don't matter if basketball could be now I'm cooking, you know what I'm saying? So guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to become better in all
Right.
aspects. You know what I'm saying? So at the
Yep.
end of the day, always become better.
Right. Right. You know, I can definitely relate because for me, basketball saved my life. I mean, I had a interesting childhood in the sense of I have an older brother. You know, my brother. He's 4.5 years older than me,
Right.
and but at some point it felt like I was kind of the only child because he hit those teenager years and he was kind of, he was doing his thing
Yeah.
in the
Doing
Portland
this thing,
streets.
right.
Yeah. And so, but I grew up and I remember like I always loved basketball. And there's something about, for me personally, there's something about the teamwork aspect. There's something about, especially as a point guard, I love giving the assists, right? This
Yeah.
show, I mean, I'm literally having this moment right now thinking of this. A
Facts.
show
Giving
like this
assists.
is it,
Yes.
man,
Yeah. Yeah.
period. And
You're
there's
a point
something
guard right
about
now.
the
Facts.
exactly, and there's something
Yeah.
I'm literally dribbling in my hand right now. There's
Right.
something about making a move and then dishing and having that finish. And so I always wanted to, I wanted to go overseas. I wanted at that time there was no WNBA.
Yes.
We had
Right.
ABL. It was the ABL,
Man,
and
had it been a
it was
WNBA, I know a lot of sisters like you that would have been
yeah, yeah.
professional athletes. You know what I'm saying?
And it was at that
Like, but
time
that's
where
I don't want to
yeah,
cut you off, but
go
I
ahead.
want to say
No, you're good.
thank you, right? As a woman
Yep.
athlete, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in a generation to where women athletes were not praised. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't have like our basketball games was after your game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
the varsity girls play for varsity boys to
Yep.
ensure that they have fans at the games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to me, like that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like
Man.
that's not fair. But go ahead. I'm
Mhm.
gonna tap into that too when I
No,
started coaching
yeah.
girls
I mean,
basketball.
I'm telling you, like, and yeah. So we had the ABL. That was the in Portland. Portland Power was the first like
Yep.
professional team.
Yep.
Felicia Wright. I remember watching her. She's now the athletic director at Jefferson. But I remember watching her. She was the first like Black point guard that I knew that had made it professional, right? And then it went to the Portland Fire. But again, we didn't have the WNBA, and so it was not only did I have to just accept being the only girl at the parks all the time. You know, when I would go to Irving, when I go to wherever I was balling at,
Yeah.
I had all my cousins because there's only 3 females in our family in terms of the grandchildren. And I was the only one that lived in Portland. So I'm the only girl in the family. And it was either like, Imani, you going to play with Barbies or you going to play with the boys? I'm like, well, I'm going outside with the boys because I'm going to go do that. So,
I'm gonna do that.
But yeah, but it, man. And the beauty of it is the life skills. And this is what I want to touch on with you about, that the North Star kind of vision and mission. Basketball is fun. Like to me, obviously it's my favorite sport to play. Yeah. But the skills about life, right? That perseverance, trying hard, pushing through when you don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. All of those things, those are life lessons. And you can learn it through the game of basketball. But again, it's so much more than just putting the ball in the hoop, And I'm going to just say this one piece and then I'm going to pass it back to you. I was a street ball player, right? Like I could play with the best of them. When I got to St. Mary's Academy and Steve Lear was the coach at the time, he started talking about some plays in UCLA and motion and some other plays. And I was like, what is that? You know what I mean? Give me the ball. I'm going to drive to the rack, shoot a 3 or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay. So it took me a minute, I had to learn some plays. It wasn't until I got to Concordia, right? And so here's another situation where I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have somebody that helped me, put me on the path for college. So the way I went to Concordia to play ball was because a counselor came and said that they had a basketball team, but everybody had to be recruited. And at the time I wasn't recruited. And I was like, really? I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just join the team. So I walked on. And I ended up playing 3 years at Concordia. And then my senior year, I left because there was a new coach at Cascade College who basically guaranteed that I would play 40 minutes. And I was all about my ego at that time. It was my last year, in college.
I'm going to go all the way. You're
go all in.
Score 40 again.
Man, we lost every game but 3. But I averaged 25 points.
Hey. So personally, I persevered.
Right. Yeah, I was doing good anyway. Right. Yeah. But my point, I bring that up to say that I didn't really learn how to truly read plays, like for real, and also understand how to really be on a team and support a team and play your role until college. Okay. Yep. So when we talk about that mentorship, you know what I mean? When we talk about helping our young children now learn these life skills, like now I'm a great team player, right? But what would have happened if I had learned that skill set in my middle school and my high school years so that I could have went overseas or been ready to play professional or went to a D1 or D2 school instead of an NAIA, right? And so again, I mention this not to say that I wish my path was any different because it is what it is and it's got me exactly where I need to be. But at the same time, mentorship. And that's what I want to just toss back to you because I think you're a great example of that mentorship and taking the lessons that you learn and passing them down all the way to 5-year-olds, you know what I mean? Probably younger. So how valuable is not only coaching, but just that mentorship with young people from your perspective?
My perspective, honestly, like this is the reason why my program is probably the cheapest program you could be a part of. Because for me, the value is in the kids' production. It's not in the finances. It's not in how much money can they pay me. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't care. Mm-hmm. So before I continue with this conversation, I want to go tap it. Yep. I want to retract, right? My emotions, because financially driven people are not successful people. In my culture, in my tribe, my grandfather, my father, all the men before me always told me the greatest value is what you can do for others. Mm. It's not about what you got in your bank account. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, how much money you got. It's not about how much clothing you got, what everybody sees, right? It's about what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you doing it and what you're doing.
Right.
Because at the day, because what I do and how I do things is going to perpetuate the next generation.
Right.
It's not about. I could
All
drive
day.
around. I could drive around. I could drive around a Rolls Royce all day if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
kids see me in a Rolls Royce. Oh, black man in a Rolls Royce. What that mean?
Right.
Nothing.
Right. Right.
There's no substance
Nothing.
behind that shit. Sorry
Yep.
for cussing. I don't know if I'm cussing this platform or not, but
Come on. Hey,
sometimes I
it's all
slip up.
good.
I cuss. Right. So you
You
mean so,
fine.
so for me, it's like my Rolls Royce. My Rolls Royce is me making sure that the next kid becomes better than his father
Come on.
and lack
Yes.
thereof. Right. There's
Yes.
a lot of kids. Back to where North Star started at. The reason why I started North Star because Darwitt was a fatherless kid.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's at home with his mom and his sister, his big sister. He has no
Right.
father. He has nobody to look up to be like, I want to be like that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
those are the
Yeah.
kids that get trapped in the system,
Yep.
right? Because
Yep.
all they gotta do is go across the street to a corner market and see. I don't want, for lack of better
Yeah.
words, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yep.
use the word Dante,
Call it
right?
out.
That's a
Yep.
typical black name is Dante,
Yep.
right? So we got Darwin from Africa going to 7-Eleven and meet Dante. And Dante's like, hey, what's up, Darwin? Oh, what's up, Dante? Right? So without Darwin having a cognitive mindset of being elite mentally, of trying to become better,
Mm-hmm.
Dante could sway him to go the wrong way.
Yep.
Right? Because Dante's uncle is slinging this, and that,
Yep.
selling this, and that. He's making money. And Dante got at the time, Dante got a BMX bike. You know what I'm saying? Doing wheelies and
Right.
stuff. So Darwin's like, man, how you get that bike?
Yep.
I want a
Come
bike.
on.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I want a bike. So for me to keep the Darwits away from the Dantes is via basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's via basketball its own way. Because guess what? There's nothing I can do for you to make you change your lifestyle.
Right. Right.
But what I can do is teach you a skill set to help you change your lifestyle.
Yep.
The skill set
Come
is
on.
being able to be your own person at all times.
Exactly.
Anybody that knows me from the time that maybe when I came to America could tell you the same thing. I'm the same person I was when I was 10 that I am today at 40. Because I believe in genuinism. And like if you're a genuine person, you're a genuine person, period, point blank.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Man, I got so many questions on that one. So you touched on the tribe and your grandfather, right? And those lessons and those life lessons. And I mean, we ain't got to talk about the history of how black folks got to America, but we do know that there has been there's a gap, right? And some of us that were born here, our lineage got cut off. And so some of those lessons that are those humanitarian lessons that you're talking about got
big
cut
word,
off. Humanitarian lessons.
Big word. So that's my favorite word.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the work, that's what we're doing. And so what other lessons would you be able to, or do you want to share that you think, because when you talked about Dante, I started thinking about our current situation in these Portland streets right now, and I was thinking of like some of those missing pieces, right? That our young people and even families, adults missed, So, being of service, being of value is the real currency, right? That's going to bring your income. So are there other lessons that you think, or that have for you kind of in your adulthood have popped up and like, oh, it sounds like your culture is strong and it's always been strong with you, but are there things that you're kind of going back to or that are becoming more prevalent for you, or, coming to the forefront of you now as an adult and as a father? Like, man, these life lessons that I learned from my culture, you know what I mean? Any of those?
Yeah. So, and with that being said, I want to tap in and say kudos to OG1. DJ OG1, David Jackson, was my first original mentor. I already named Gary Smith as my first coach basketball. Like he coached me in basketball, taught me how to play the sport of basketball, which translates to life. But OG1 came through a gang piece at the time when gangs were at a hierarchy in Oregon. Right? Early 90s. We're talking about early 90s, 94, 95, 96, 97. You know what I'm saying? When gang shooting was a live act. Like it was, You want to shoot a ball, or you want to shoot a gun? That's the option we had, right? So I grew up. I was migrated to Columbia Villa, right?
Yep.
So if anybody knows about Oregon,
yep,
nobody in Portland, Oregon came to the Villa. Period.
Nobody. Yep.
Nobody. You're not going past interstate.
No.
If you're not a Columbia Villa Crip, you're not accepted past interstate and Lombard.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Swear to God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that as a praise. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that as a kid, being in that realm at that time.
Yeah, that's.
But real. I'm so blind. I'm so blind, oblivious to this situation that I'm growing in.
Right.
That I literally drove my car to other high schools during lunch times. Just see something different.
Wow.
You right? You know what I'm saying? Because I drove my van. I had a Volkswagen van, a minivan, Volkswagen van. All my friends can tell you. I took pride. I take pride in whatever I got. Right? I don't give a shit what everybody's thinking about it. But the fact that it's mine, it's mine.
Yeah, it's mine.
This is the best car. This is the best car hit the streets because I'm driving this shit. Period. Point blank. Right? So I'm driving a Volkswagen van in high school, sis. Like high school. This is high school. Right? This is where you're supposed to make your name at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on. I had a Ford Tempo, baby blue. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing about my Ford Tempo.
Yeah, my guess what? My van was baby blue and white. North Carolina colors. North Carolina colors. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. So mind you, so I have teammates that would ride with me to Benson, to Grant, to St. Mary's, everywhere I want to go. Right? They would ride with me, but they would hop out the car before we got to the destination because they want to be embarrassed about pulling out a goddamn Volkswagen. I'm like, bro, y'all tripping. We're driving.
But they needed you for the ride.
Right, exactly. But my thing's like, we're driving. What y'all mad about, bro?
Right.
You're not getting off the max. You're not getting off the bus.
Man,
you're a driver. You're in the vehicle, bro. I'm proud about this shit. I'm a sophomore in high school with a car. I'm a sophomore in high school with a car.
Right.
In 1997. You can't tell me nothing about me. I am mobbing. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Lunch comes up, gone.
I'm out. Yep.
Right. I'm out.
Yep.
And that's why and I swear to God, that's why my mentorship now is why that's why I take grades so important. Right? Because I was that kid. I'm a smart person, but I did not apply myself in high school.
Right.
I was too busy trying to make friends. I was too busy trying to please everybody that's around me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To the point where I didn't maximize my potential. You know what I mean? And I blame me being a first generation kid for that. Because the confidence was instilled in me, right? The DNA for success, I know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I chose in high school not to be elite.
Wow.
It's not my parents' fault.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because mom and dad did everything they're supposed to do. They brought us here to make sure we preserve and persevere.
Right.
But I chose in high school to waste my time with the wrong people. So me mentoring right now is me teaching these kids, don't waste your time. Right? Your time is valuable. If you do everything you're supposed to do at a young age, enjoy your life when you're old age. Because I'm 40 now, working hard as hell. I got 4 jobs. I only get paid for 1.
Right.
How the F is that?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? LeBron got 85 jobs and getting paid 85 jobs. And his main job is basketball.
Right.
He was passing that goddamn ball. He got a whole school. He got a whole school that he started. He got brand through Nike. He got clothing brands. He got all the other businesses going on. He got a movie production.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? He got all this shit going on off of one job.
One job.
That he believed in himself in. You know what I'm saying? He believed in his dreams and followed that dream, never swayed from it. So that's where I'm at today with this mentor stuff. I would believe, I tell all the kids, what's your passion? Right? Follow your passion. Whatever comes naturally, that's what you want to do. And that goes back to my cooking situation. If I decided cooking out of college, I had friends. Mind you, I know a lot of NBA athletes too.
Right.
I ain't gonna drop no names, but I had 2 athletes that Portland Trailblazers back when I came back from college that knew me in my realm of promoting and all this. But after the parties, we got after parties, right? So now we at their house right? These NBA players who are out there after, for the
Mm-hmm.
after party. Who's in the kitchen
Right.
cooking?
Right.
This nigga, right? I'm
Right.
in the kitchen cooking for NBA
Yeah.
players after party.
Right.
You know, they're like, yo, you be my chef? You want to be my chef? Nah, I won't be your chef, bro. I'm good.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pride. My pride is so high that I don't want to be nobody's armpit.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, no, this is your platform, buddy. I don't want to benefit off your platform.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's me personally. I mean, like
Right.
that's my downfall. I said that's a downfall. Because looking
Right.
back, how I took that opportunity that he gave me, I
Right.
could probably be a celebrity chef right now.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I
Because
wasn't
yeah,
thinking
because
about being a chef
the
at that
word
time.
is you can throw down. That's the word.
That's the
Yeah, the
word,
word
yeah.
is yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. But to your point, everything happens for a reason, right?
Right.
And
Yep.
I think that journey, like just that reflection, right? So just the fact that you're able to reflect back on that becomes even a stronger point that you get to teach not only to the children that you're mentoring, but again,
Right.
like just as a testimony, as an example, because now as you're doing your business, right, in your restaurant, that same fire of that reflection of like, oh, not necessarily, I didn't hear regrets, but just like, oh, that was a time back then that I was
Yeah.
doing, doing it, chefing it up, and
Yep.
now that same energy can go into what's yours. You know what I mean? On your terms and how you wanted it to come to fruition. And that's I think sometimes we
Right.
we rush things or we sometimes a good opportunity may be at the wrong time. You know what I mean? And we may
Yeah.
have to go
Right.
through what
And
we
that
need
was a
to
good
go
opportunity. That
through.
was a
And
great opportunity. Right.
yeah, it would have
Yeah.
probably set you good.
Right.
But at the
Facts.
same
Yeah.
time, there's always the creator in there that got his hands on everything, that's making sure that if there's something else that we got to learn, we get that first. And I think it's important to I think it's important for people, for all of us, to genuinely go through the work ourselves. Doesn't mean that you got to be alone. Like, I'm not saying like we got to grind and not build a team. But for those that are visionaries, I think it's important for us to know all aspects of the hustle, aka the grind, the work,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
now when you build a team, you know exactly how you want it to be, right?
Facts.
Like
Right.
that's the piece that I'm learning. Like as I do all the stuff that I do individually, it's not because I want to do it by myself and I want to hold it, but I want to make sure that when I get my teammates, I know exactly how I want this to run. I know exactly
Right.
how I want this to run because I've done every piece of the business. So as you kind of moved into the cuisine restaurant, because I know you kind of just launched that, but again, you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
What would you say is kind of the hardest? And I'm smiling because some of us that may follow what has been some of the hardest shit. People stealing
That
your
part.
shit.
Right.
We're not going to talk about them
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But what has been like the biggest challenge that you feel, and successes? So challenge and successes that you've had just with that business.
Honestly, Chimuku Cuisine's biggest challenge is figuring it out. Right? Because I have to figure out what the clients want, right? What everybody's palate is like. And where I'm at right now is for the residents, which are 55 and older, right?
Okay.
So to me, it's a blessing because my mother and my father at that age where they cannot eat everything we eat. You have dietary
Right.
issues because as you age, you have to eliminate certain things, right?
Right.
So me being in this kitchen, my big challenge is trying to figure out what palate is best for the residents, right? And then what palate is best for my public people. So trying to find a balance is my hardest, is the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I don't like to use the word hardship or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, like when you put that word in your head, it makes it stressful. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
I like the word challenging more than hardship. Because challenges, you know what I'm saying? Like I gravitate challenges. I'm all about challenges. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want nothing easy. If it's easy, it's not for me. Because that means it was given. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I don't have that in my DNA. So I need challenges in my life to keep me going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
people do like hardship. If you look at it, if you say a challenge of hardship, that means you're straining your mental and your physical to try to get through
Mm-hmm.
this hardship.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But a
Yep.
challenge is methodical. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I open up and share what you do want to say about me. For example, me getting robbed twice in a month and a
Mm-hmm.
half. Not
Right.
physically robbed, like me being in there personally getting robbed, but the fact that
Mm-hmm.
somebody broke into my establishment and took what they wanted to take, and it
Right.
had to be the same person because they did the same
Right.
thing twice. You know what I'm saying? So to
Exactly.
me,
Yeah.
everybody, oh, that's a hardship. Oh, that's hard. No, for me, okay, guess what? Whoever did that needed that.
Mm-hmm.
So my prayer is to hopefully whatever they took,
Right.
they maximize their position with it, right? And
Right.
then make themselves better for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, yeah, did I take a loss?
Mm-hmm.
I took a loss. But I'm not going to stew on this shit because guess what?
Right.
The show got to keep going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
my last article happened. Both my artists happened on the day where I was opening for business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cook for the public and the residents, and I'm missing equipment. I missed stuff.
Right.
Am I going to close today because this happened to me
Right.
and make everybody else mad? That's depending on me. No,
Right.
it's
Right.
a bigger picture than me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm just a molecule, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Whatever word you want to use. I'm a small part of what's going on. So for me to
Right.
shut down, if I close that day, the residents don't get they get no food. The
Mm-hmm.
people that cannot afford to go to restaurants, high-end restaurants, to buy real food dinners for their family cannot go
Right.
nowhere to buy food. So I'm like, I'm letting everybody else down because my
Mm-hmm.
ego, because I'm mad, because I'm hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like me,
Right.
that's me. It's never about
Right.
me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's never about me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think this your sister. She called you out a little bit in the chat. She said you got to learn on your own. She said, you have to you have to experience fire to know it's hot.
Yeah. That is my
Yes.
sister. My
Yep.
only sister. Let's to put that in a record. Salome Chimuku. My only blood sister. Out the same womb of the
Who's
same
older?
nutsack.
Right. Which one is older? Who's older?
She's the youngest out of all of us.
Okay. Okay.
But let her tell you she's the oldest.
Got it. That's how it is
Yeah.
with me and my brother. Yeah.
She's the oldest. She came around, I swear to God, when she was born, we all didn't know what the hell to do. You know what I'm saying? Because like she got there's 5 boys in the house before she came around. We
Oh,
all
wow.
like,
Yeah.
whoa, we got a
Yeah.
girl. What we gonna do? How you gonna do this? What we supposed to do?
Right.
We asked for advice from mom and dad. Don't touch her. Don't do nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
So I took that literally, right? So
Right.
actually, I was after this, I'm gonna praise my sister. But so I think she was like 3rd or 4th grade playing bump in front of the house in the old villa, right?
Yep.
And mind you, she's the only girl, all these boys, kind of like you. You know what I'm saying? Going around all these boys. So she playing bump. She's a competitor. She not losing. She hate losing, but she playing bump and still got she bumped one of the kids out, and the little dude slapped her, right?
Yeah, no.
For her putting them out. Right. And my little brother Elijah, who's the older than Salome, comes in the house and tells me that some boy slapped Salome. So I punch him in the chest. Right. You're supposed to be the first protector is you. That's your little sister, bro. You're supposed to protect her. Why you coming and telling me about anything? Right?
Right.
Punch him in the chest, go outside. Salome's out there arguing with the boy. Right? So I open hands. I'm out there. I'm like 13, 14 years old. Right?
Right.
I open hand slap this boy and tell him to go get his dad or his uncles or his big brother, whoever you want to go get. I'll be right here waiting for you. She's off limits. Nobody touches her. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to like she's praised. She's a queen for sure.
I'm sure she knew that too growing up. Like I got 5 brothers. Definitely. I wish you would. Yeah, I wish you would.
I wish you would. Right. Right. Yeah. We all felt that growing up.
Yeah.
My family's so tight. Like I swear to God, my family's so tight. I don't need no homies. You know what I'm saying? I have homies by choice.
Right.
My best friends are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I call any one of my brothers and guarantee they're gonna pull up and show up. And my sister included. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're like, we have friends, but we are our friends when it comes to stuff that we need.
That's beautiful, and that's I ain't gonna say it's rare, But that is, you don't hear a lot of that. You know what I mean? Like not even like necessarily just siblings, but just like tight families. Um, yeah. So that's a beautiful thing to be able to have your family as friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I say this all the time. There's family and there's relatives, right? I
Yeah.
could be related to you,
Yes.
but
But we're not
that's
family.
it. We're
Yeah.
not family. We're
We're not
not
family.
family.
You don't
So
see how I see. You don't feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
at
That's what
all.
makes a family.
And you're not working, you're not even supporting and motivating me in my dreams, and it ain't reciprocated. So
Right.
we got the DNA, that we got the
Right.
same grandmother,
Right.
but we may not be, and that's just because you ain't got the friendship.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
that
a beautiful, that's beautiful.
goes back to our upbringing too, because in my culture, my brothers and my sibling kids are my kids. They're not my nephews and nieces. Those are
Right.
my sons and my sons and daughters.
Yes.
Right. So I'm raising my kids the same way.
Right.
My kids, when they hang out with my brother's kids, right?
Yep.
That's your brothers. That means your cousins. That means your brothers.
Right.
Now my cousin's kids are my kids' cousins.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to call them friends. Like my cousin Alan, for example, right?
Yeah.
Alan Isaiah, one of my best friends too, a sibling, right? He's my cousin because my grandfather and his grandfather are cousins, right? So that goes deeper than us,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But so technically, that's my cousin.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But if his grandfather and my grandfather were brothers, we'd be brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the pedigree and what you instill in your kids. In America, it's like it's not a knock on. That's why my biggest anger with America is the fact that African Americans are so displaced and so lost. Because when I came to America, I met a dude. His last name Chris Williams, right? Williams. Everywhere you go, there's a Williams. In my head, you go to my country, Chimuku, yep, that's me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other Chimuku. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no random Chimukus out here just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that point. Like, how you know Williams? You don't know the other Williams.
Right.
How you know Thompson? You know the other Thompson. That's your last name.
Right.
Because last name is that's your DNA.
Right. But is it our last name? That's a whole.
It's not because the whole slavery situation. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But in my head, at 10 years old, I did not know that.
Right.
At 10, I'm not understanding that. Why is that you're blacker than me, but you tell me you're from New York? No, you're from Nigeria. You're from Senegal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like your DNA shows me where you're from, bro. You from North Africa. The darker you are, the higher north you go. Right? The way Africa's shaped out by race, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
North Africa is where the dark come from, right? We got nothing but desert, nothing but light, nothing but heat. So the darker skins come from North Africa. The fair skins like me and everybody else that's regular skin come from West Africa.
Hold on. You said fair skin?
Yeah.
Your complexion? So I'm white. I'm just
You're white.
translucent.
Yeah, you're white.
Come on, keep going.
Yeah. Those are cultural, right? That's cultural.
I get it. I'm with you.
Right?
I'm rolling with you.
This is African to me talking. Right. So we got North African is a dark skin. West Africans are fair skin. East Africans are the closest to white. And then South Africans are the whitest. Right? So it's go by region. So when I came to America, I'm seeing all these other dudes that's darker than me. Oh, what's up, brother? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm from New York, bro. I'm from Portland. No, you're not, bro. Your cheeks are high. Your cheeks are high.
Right.
Your skin is dark. You're either Nigerian or Senegal, right? If you light skin, you're probably from Ethiopia or Eritrea. You know what I mean? Like, you're not out here for no reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm oblivious to this shit. I'm a first immigrant generation from a whole different continent. In my country, my grandfather was a preacher. So we had missionaries staying at our place. And the missionaries were white. Right. So I don't see white as superior. Never have, never will. You know what I'm saying? It's not a knock on superiority, but it's not my DNA to look at a white person and be like, oh, this is superior to me. No. We fed you motherfuckers. Sorry
Right.
for cussing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All good.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We said,
We taught you. Yeah.
y'all came to my house. Y'all was at my house eating my grandma and grandpa's food,
Right.
living for free until your mission statement was up and you moved on to the next. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, when I come to America, I'm like, why I scared about these guys? Why I worried about these guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, they're not better than us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, though, I did not know about the suppression mentality that was imposed on African Americans here until I went to college. Before college, I was oblivious to this stuff. I did not know why people did certain things, but me going to college exposed and opened me up to the reality of America, Black America, should I say?
So do you go back home often?
My brother Tavares goes back for me.
Okay.
I'm not a citizen of the U.S. I'm still a permanent resident.
Gotcha.
So if I was to go back home, I'm taking the risk of not be able to come back.
Okay.
Because the way my country is set up is like, if you're prominent, they're gonna keep you.
Wow.
So when I go back, I want to be able to stay.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's a whole.
That's saying too much. That's my goal.
Yeah. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. That's next interview.
Yeah. Absolutely. Do you think that so when you're talking about us here in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that? Not even do you think? Let me ask this question: are there perceptions in Africa that are taught or indoctrinated or programmed about Black people here in America? Like, are there images? Are there? Okay.
So for mind you, I came when I was 10. I'm 40 to this day, so I've been here for 30 plus years. 30 years, right?
Yep.
But when I came to America, when I was in Africa, every TV show we saw only highlighted America. All it did was highlight America. It never showed no homelessness. It never showed no Civil War stats. It never showed no hardship. It never showed nothing. So when I'm watching these TV shows, it's all big houses, nice cars, happy families. So from outside looking in, that's what I want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So it's a land of the free. You know what I'm saying? That, kudos, America got that for sure. I would definitely say that. There's no place in the world you can go and live freely outside of America, and maybe Canada. Every other place in the world is a dictatorship. Right. Meaning you have to oblige or die type of deal. That's why my parents decided to come to America to better ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Not themselves, but ourselves, their kids, the offspring.
Got it. Okay. Makes sense. So I'm gonna switch gears real quick because somebody posed a question in the chat for me to ask you. So back to basketball. So you coached. Yeah, you coach your girls team. I didn't know this. I didn't know. Yeah. Let's jump on that. Yeah. So there must be some lessons in there. So yeah, let's talk about that.
And I promise you, my girls team, I would say that was my best year as a coach. Nice. And I said that because not because of winning, right? It's because how much coaching had to do, like literally do. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's with the boys. You know, we all about egos, right? So I'm. It's easy for me to boast. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seeing his ego and getting to play better,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm me.
Yeah,
he's me. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Y'all see? You know what I'm saying? I know what you're going through, bro. You're 11. Yep, I was 11 too. Right? Yep. When we come to the girls, I was never an 8-year-old girl. I was never a 10-year-old girl. I was never a girl. So I don't know what the heck is going on in your DNA or what's going on in your brain at all. I have no emotional connection to you whatsoever via sport. Right. So I cannot relate to you in that sense.
Right.
So I'm gonna share experience. My first experience knowing I'm coaching girls basketball with the boys, right? We take the same water break, bathroom breaks.
Right.
When I say y'all go. Until then, hold it. Right? I had this girl. I was Asane, I'm talking about you. Hope you chiming in. Asane, freshman basketball. Coach, I got to the bathroom. Wait. Right? You got the clock is right there. We got 8 minutes. We're going to water break. The bathroom coming up. Wait.
Right.
30 seconds later, coach, I have to go to the bathroom. Wait. Why you can't wait? You can hold it. So, coach, I didn't talk to you. I'm on my period. I blew my. She said she on her period. I blew my whistle so loud. Everybody go to the bathroom. Everybody go. Bye. I don't want to hear about none of that. So all the girls.
Oh my gosh.
Go fish yourself. Come back.
And you was in coach mode. I already know you was in coach mode.
You know like, I've never had no girls before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not me. I've never had no period. I don't know if you gotta change my diaper every time I bleed. I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my gosh.
So that was my first experience coaching girls. Like, I was like,
y'all. Did you call it a diaper though? Did you call it a diaper?
I call them diapers, yeah.
Go ahead.
When I went to college, I bought my sister a pack of diapers because I knew she was about to hit puberty soon. You know what I'm saying? My sister has no sisters. So I was advocate. I was a big sister / big brother to her. So I knew she needed some diapers. So I don't believe in tampons. You ain't sticking nothing up you. No. Put a diaper on, Cuddy. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Put a diaper on, bleed and take it out and throw it out. You ain't putting nothing in. So I promote diapers all day.
You have no daughters, right? You have no daughters?
Not physically, no. Not for me.
Okay.
But I have a goddaughter. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I buy her diapers too.
All the aunties, y'all just step in. Just step in, y'all. Step in and help them out.
Diapers where it's at. Sheesh. Do not teach your kids to get nothing stuck up in them.
I agree with that. That's a when we have a health conversation, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But not from you. You can't say anyway. You can say whatever. That's hilarious. That's I see why she brought that story up. So how many years did you coach them?
I coached the girls. So I coached them for the freshman year, but I trained and coached them until they graduated high school. She graduated high school last year. Gotcha. And when I say that was the best year ever, is because like we grew so far. Like, mind you, I did tryouts. I never did tryouts before in my life. Right? Mm-hmm. Normally I get kids coming to our program. Boom. Right. If you can fit, you fit, you in. Right? Mm-hmm. But this high school year we did tryouts. So I tried. We had 35 freshman girls at tryouts.
Wow.
I kept 16 on the roster. Mm-hmm. Never heard of them. The head coach was like, why you got 16 girls? I said, because the way I coach, they're going to quit. I'll make sure I at least got 5 at the end of the season, coach. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a different breed. I'm not your regular X and O coach. I'm not the regular. I'm going to demand nothing but excellence. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but the best for me.
Right. Because they don't get bathroom breaks. Right.
Yes, that part. Yeah. I kept 16 girls from tryouts. Guess how many finished the season with me?
6.
Negative 15.
Oh.
Right. So at the banquet, I called them all crazy. I said, y'all crazy. Y'all lasted the whole season with me? Mm-hmm. Y'all is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know me. I made sure I keep season with I knew y'all gonna fall off. Mm-hmm. But they work so hard. Like female athletes work way harder than male athletes.
Yes.
Yeah. Because and I don't want to say it, probably I might say the wrong thing, but it doesn't come easy to them as it is to the boys. Mm-hmm. In my perspective. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I'm telling a girl, I want you to do an in and out cross, guess what they do? They're gonna do exactly what I said, in and out cross.
Right. Right.
And boy, gonna do in and out cross, run the back, pull up. I ain't tell you to do all that shit.
Right.
I said in and out cross, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? With the girls, they're literally doing exactly what I say. So that made me, as a coach, that made me grow. There's this athlete I listen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we went from tryouts to preseason games to losing to winning by 40 plus points because they working hard. They listen to everything we do. They did everything I asked them to do. They did everything.
Right.
Nothing fell short. The ones that fell short didn't play as much, but they're still on the bench clapping up for everybody that's playing because guess what? They know their pedigree. If the score get blown up, y'all can play.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not finna play y'all out there. This high school basketball.
Right.
You're not ready. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? You're not ready. It's okay. Today's not your day. Have a seat.
Right.
Try again tomorrow.
Right. I think one of the things though, when you talk about girl basketball players, and this past year I coached with Eric Knox at Benson. And I hadn't been in coaching in a while. I mean, other than training my son, right?
He's one of the person I look up to too as a coach too.
Oh man,
I have certain coaches I look up to. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them for sure.
Yeah,
his pedigree works.
He's a guru for sure.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I learned though, well, getting back into coaching, seeing the girls play, one of the things that I think to your point about girls working harder, you know, that and I agree with you. I know what you were meaning by that. I think a lot of that too is like girls still have that fear, for lack of better words, of going out and just playing, right? Like how I grew up, right? I grabbed the ball. I was always at Saban. I was always at Irving. That's it. Like that's just, I was there. My mom, I'm leaving. I'm coming back. Like I didn't need anybody to go with me. I went to the park by myself, right? And so you don't see a lot of girls doing that recreational play. Even right now, when we're talking to those Benson girls, you know, we're encouraging them, make sure you go into the park, you know. Now, the chances of them really doing that, they're probably not, for all the reasons, stereotypes, all that stuff, right? So when they come under a coach, I think that's why they're more receptive, because they don't have that all that, I guess, extra street play, you know, like a lot of things. When I was training my son before I brought him to you, you know, it was NBA 2K skills, things that he doing. I'm like, that's a video game, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that's what he and his friends are doing when they at the park, at the playground. They're doing all these whatever. You're not going to find a lot of girls doing that. So now when they want to play a sport, especially basketball, they don't have a lot of bad habits, for lack of better words. They have they're more receptive to from their coach and get the instruction. So so you mentioned the ego piece, and it is some of that, and it's also that they just don't have a lot of bad habits.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's the best way to put it. They don't have no bad habits. They're eager to learn and get better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Versus having a boy come through freshman year with all these bad habits from his who was being trained him and coaching him these last 4 years, right? How you a freshman boy can make a left hand layup? Okay. Great.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. Like the simple things. You know what I'm saying. With the girls, I swear to God, the girls made me a better coach because I could coach the minions better because of the girls.
Right.
I grew so patient. I grew so patient, patient. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I had a game against Central Catholic at Central Catholic. I'm so livid about the score. I cussed in the locker room, cussed them out, right? Not knowing that this is high school basketball. This is not AAU, right? Everybody's not here to go to the WNBA, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like AAU is like everybody here trying to go to the NBA. That's AAU. AAU means you're trying to go there. High school, you're just playing for your school team.
Right.
Hope you can maximize your potential through this era.
Just happy to be here, right?
Different mindset. Yeah, exactly. Different mindset. Different coaching, different everything. So that game, because we lost Central Catholic at home earlier in the season by 3 points. And I did not have my starting point guard or my starting shooting guard because they were sick. One was sick, the other one's got concussion. So when I got these two girls back, I'm anticipating beating them by 13. So we're down 15 at halftime. I'm livid. I'm livid. Right. So I'm in the locker room. I'm cussing them. I'm cussing their ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this, right? I didn't say nothing motivational. Right. All I did was tell them what they're doing wrong. One of the kids, Ava, told her mom after the game what I did in the locker room. Right? Which, imagine, it's another growing process. Other mom, and this is why I always advocate. I was always tell the kids, if you feel some type of way about anybody saying anything to you or do anything to you, voice it. Voice it. Don't wait. Don't hold it to yourself. Voice it right away. Right? Because what happens is, had Ava not told her mom that I cussed about in the locker room, I probably done it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But especially her mom, and her mom told the head coach. The head coach called me in the office. Hey man, I love your passion. We can't cuss kids out at halftime. You just can't, right? No matter what's going on, you just can't cuss kids. That's a guaranteed no, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I said I cussed. Yeah, because I'm my mental. I didn't know I cussed.
You on a whole. I already know. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I know cussing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just mad about the damn score. We should have beat y'all by 15.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all scared because why y'all scared? Like we didn't have Z. We didn't have Alyssa the first game. Now we got Z, we got Alyssa, and y'all still playing like y'all ain't got Z and Alyssa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Y'all play harder without just two players.
Right.
But then two players come back, y'all don't play as hard.
Right.
And that's and that goes back to say they wanted the two players to do everything. Right. Right. So when the two players were missing, they had to step the game up.
Right. Yep. That's how it go.
You know what I'm saying? They had to step the game up. So that's what we were able to lose by 3 because all the players had to step the game up because they had nobody to pass the ball to and hope they make the shot or hope they get to the basket.
Right.
So now fast forward second game of the season, we got the 2 stars back. Everybody confining them to do everything for them. Mm-hmm. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But without the incident happening, without Ava telling her mom that I cussed somebody in the locker room, I probably would not be a better coach today. And that goes that as a testament to everything. Every kid I mentor, every kid I touch, I always tell them your voice matters. How you feel matters. So how are you feeling? Voice it. Don't wait until shit hit the fan for you to voice it. Voice it right away. Get that out right away.
Right.
And absolutely. with that, she saved my college my coaching career for sure.
Right.
Because I'd have kept on cussing.
You would have, yeah. And another parent would have come at you. But and I think one of the things that I'll say as we kind of come to an end, because I want to give you an opportunity to just, shout out your social media and just how people can get in contact with you. But I do want to say, there's something about coaching. Like being a good coach is being a good facilitator, being a good leader. But in order for you to be a leader, you got to know how to follow. Like there's all these like cliches and good quotes and all this stuff. But what I will say is that when we don't have those lessons, or when we don't receive that feedback, right? And a lot of times that piece that you just mentioned about encouraging the players to speak up, you know what I mean? Tell your parents are your best advocates. Like that whole piece in terms of a coach receiving that, like that's the greatest gift that we can get as we are coaching and mentoring, because again, we have blind spots, you know what I mean? We do see things one way because that's, all the experience that we've been given. But at the same time, every child is different, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And the blueprint may be the good foundation, but I had to learn, and I'm gonna use, Yassine as my prime example. Not only, yes, he's me, right? He has a lot of me, but he's motivated a little differently. And partly because I'm the mom, right? So mom motivating is a little different than Jasse motivating. But I want to say that in all of my years, my 20 plus years in youth development, coaching and just working with children, I can't use the same method with all the children.
No.
Because it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. But the only way we sharpen that is my point, coming back to this. The only way we sharpen that is having those feedback, having those lessons, not losses, and having those moments that be like, damn, okay, I was tripping. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is, you know what I mean? And all that does is just add to our toolbox to be able to reach that next kid. Because you're going to get that one kid that ain't going to look like any other ones you've had before. They may physically look, but their mind is going to be different, right? And so like without those experiences, we don't always know how to work with, certain children. And so I just wanted to echo that, like having that experience. And I'm glad your sister brought up that piece, because I think that brought the conversation a whole nother way too, just about the difference in gender, but also difference in coaching boys versus girls, and that's a whole nother piece too. I think I want to bring you back on just about basketball. Like I want to pick your brain on another session, another interview, just about kind of like X's and O's and just the game of basketball and coaching philosophy and all of that. I mean, obviously with younger children, is a certain way to coach, but
Yeah.
Playbooks and all that stuff, like, I kind of geek out about that because I love
And
basketball.
just to tap in with basketball, the best quote I ever heard is teach the kids how to play.
Yes.
Don't teach them plays. Right?
Right.
What happens is a lot of coaches, they got third graders and fourth graders teach them all these X's and O's, all these plays,
Right.
but they don't know how to play. You know what I'm saying? Like with me,
Yep.
I teach my kids how to play first.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I need you to get that ball and know what to do with that ball.
Right.
I don't want you just running around the course, setting screens and shit. That's not basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at this age, you don't know how tall you're going to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could be a point guard, you could be a center, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to give you all the skills that you need. So when you get to high school, by the time you get to high school, boom, you know what kind of athlete you are.
Right. Yep.
Right? You got other coaches that just coaches X's and O's. So if I got a big, set screens, rebound, outlet, nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
Negative. That's not
don't
fair.
Know the game. Right.
Don't know the game. You have to know the game. You know what I'm saying? You have to know the game. I don't care about the plays. If you know the game, that's why I like AU so much, right? Because AU basketball is really about knowing the game.
Right. Right.
Right? Because I can get 5 players from different regions and create a team because they know the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I get one play. That's all I need is one play.
Right.
One play with different options from it. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? The athletes, figure it out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Versus high school, you ain't got all the top tier players on your team. So you have to do X's and O's. So you have the players that's not going to go to play college basketball. That's going to do role plays, right? They're going to be sitting in your screens. They're going to be the one doing all the garbage work.
Right.
The ones going to college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think too, like for me, when I was so thankful to find or to even be reminded that you coach. That's what it was. I was like, yeah, you do coach. I forgot. Prior to that, what I was seeing is like, we're not teaching fundamentals, like the basics, right? So when I started just doing skill development, right, with Yassine and about 9 other second, third, and fourth graders, I was just showing them like what the lines are on the court. I think a lot of times we overlook the basics. Like we overlook and we assume that they just know what a three-pointer is. We assume a lot with young people. And I think that's the missing piece too about how to play the game. Like you got to know, free throws. We're going to line up on a free throw, right? When you say baseline, do they even know what you're talking about? When you say sideline, do they? So I spent every practice because I did Saturday sessions, every Saturday, just had them running. And it was actually part of our warm up. So run to the 3-point line, run to the sideline, run to, you know what I mean? Just to get them to understand the court, right? Because for me, I'm going to just insert this here. Clearly I wear glasses, but for many, many years, I didn't wear glasses when I played basketball. And my vision is like suspect. But the way that I was able to do that, and this is real talk, because I knew the 96 feet. I knew the court. And so as I could drive all those things, I could still dominate in a game. Spots. I knew my spots and I knew the court and I knew how to play. So that's just a little example of like, a lot of times I see coaches jump all the way to, like you said, X's and O's.
NBA.
Yeah, with fifth graders, fourth graders. And it's like, these children don't even know the purpose of a crossover.
Not at all.
You know what I mean? Like, let's bring it back. So I think that's the one thing I would say that I do appreciate about North Stars in your program is that, competition is in us. So I get bothered when people say, well, it's not all about winning. Shit. Who wants to lose, right? So it is about winning because we're competitive in nature as human beings, right? But at the same time, what is priority is the development piece, right? And if winning comes with that, then that's a bonus, right? But I think that's what I appreciate. That's one thing I do appreciate about your program is that if nothing else, we gonna know the game. And if nothing else, we gonna know how to compete and go hard and never give up. And you know what I mean? And all of that is transferable.
That's why I don't like the word. I don't like the word losers. You know what I'm saying? I tell all my kids, we didn't lose, we learned. You know what I'm saying? Because every I would say every adversity is an opportunity for you to get better. You know what I'm saying? Every hardship is an opportunity for you to get better. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it as a loss, you're gonna stew in that mentality.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a loser. No, we're not losing. We're learning. No. We're trying to advance and get better every aspect of life, no matter what was going on. I don't care what the score says.
Right.
How did you play?
Exactly.
How did you feel about your performance? You know what I'm saying?
Did you? Yeah. What's your effort?
Did you do everything you were supposed to do? You should be cool with that then, right? And if you did not, let's go back to the drawing board and figure out what can we do better next time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And same aspects of life. Like for me, like I could have flooded my kitchen. I got robbed twice in a month and a half.
Right.
I could have closed up and be like, you know what, I'm done with this.
But most people would have. Let me even just say that. You could have, and most people would have. Yep.
Right. But it goes back to the mentality.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This is me. This is what I want to accomplish. This is not Imani's dream. This is not Yasin's dream.
Right.
This is little JJ's dream. It's not Bear's dream. It's not Sarah's dreams. No, nobody's dream but mine's.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when I show up, I'm showing out. Paper on blank. Yep. Like people come to the restaurant, I'm like, you by yourself? Yeah, I'm by myself. You ain't got no staff? No, not yet. I can afford those staff. Don't want staff here? Yeah, I want staff. But guess what? Until then, I'm doing everything myself. I'm going to the grocery store, buy the food. I'm going to go to the restaurant, prep the food. I'm going to go there, cook the food. I'm going to go there, serve the food. I'm taking the orders. I'm doing all that. You know why? Because it's my dream.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to apply myself as much as I can. So when people see, like, for example, I got my boy Jermaine Figueroa, right? Yep. He's hit me up on Sundays. He don't have to do that. He volunteered. He's like, well, I can go on Sundays, bro. And that's what friendship is about. So brothership is about. When somebody's going through some stuff, volunteer, offer some help. Because the way I operate, I don't ask for help.
Right.
For me to ask somebody for help, that means I really, really need it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a must. It's not because I don't want to do it. It's because I need you to do this for me. Like I got other things I got to do too.
Right.
Then I ask for help. But as far as like just me calling, hey, Imani, man, I'm about to go to the kitchen. You want to help me cut these vegetables up?
Nope.
Nope. You know what I'm saying? Like what? For real, bro?
Right. Yeah.
Go there earlier and cut the vegetables up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
A lot of us spend 8 of it sleeping.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like to me, sleep is because of the death.
That's 1/3 of your day. That's 1/3 of your. That's
gone.
It's gone. Just 8 hours sleep.
Gone. I take naps. You know what I'm saying? I take naps. And my friends will test. Everybody chime me from lying. I take naps, but when I pass out, I passed out. Because you know what? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. So when I go to sleep, I'm going to sleep.
Right.
I'll be up in 2 hours, guaranteed. 3 hours, 4 hours at best. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's just me. That's how my DNA. That's been me since day one. I always been this kid. I was been this way. I was woke up early in the morning for my morning workouts. Went to school. After that, had after school workouts, practice. After practice, I went and got my own workout in. And then when summertime came up, guess what? I'm working out 5 times a day.
Yep.
Because this is me. This is why I want to make sure I'm not the weakest link on this team.
Right.
I never want to be the weakest link. Anything I do, I never want to be the weakest link. I never want to be a crutch. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to have to. I don't want to lean on nobody for nothing.
Right.
It goes back to me not accepting that opportunity to be a professional chef for NBA players. Because at the end of the day, if you lose your job as an NBA player, who gonna pay my checks? If you get hurt, who gonna pay my check? Who gonna pay my bills?
Right. Yep.
I'm putting my eggs in your basket.
Right.
That's not realistic. No. You know what I'm saying? No, put your eggs in your own basket.
Yep.
Put all your eggs in your own basket. Whatever your passion is, follow that and go 100% with that.
100%. Yep. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and let the folks know. I heard Sunday, so you cooking must be tomorrow. What's
this weekend?
So what's the hours? Yeah, go ahead and give. Yep.
So I will be out of town this weekend. I'm going to a wedding, so I will not be here Sunday or Monday. But my operation hours are Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays from 1 until 7 p.m. And
say again, Monday.
Sunday, Monday, Thursdays 1 to 7. I am located 104th and Holgate. So if you Google Lentz Apartments or Holgate Plaza Apartments, you will find me. My menu varies every day because my grand opening is coming up on the 17th of October. After that, I have a set menu. But for now, the only thing that's going to be set every day is going to be the fried chicken, the shrimp, the pizzas, the burgers, the stuff that I can make on the fly. That's going to be on the menu every day. But as far as like the stews, the ribs, all that stuff is going to be certain days.
Okay. And what's so there's Portland, I think, is known for a lot of food carts and a lot of restaurants. What's special about your cuisine?
Authentic, the authenticness. We don't do nothing preservative. We don't do nothing from the can. Everything's natural. Everything's fresh. Yes. I cut all the veggies myself. I cut everything myself. I prep everything myself. There's nothing that's coming out of a box or a bag to go into your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe the reason why I got this, the reason why I'm where I'm at, because I cook for residents, the 55 residents home, right? Mm-hmm. And my focus is to make sure they go out with a bang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all know our parents, that's my parents' age. You know what I'm saying? They're on the way out. What happens is on the way out, they get non-palatable foods, right? They get corn from the can. They get mashed potatoes from the can. They get green beans from the can. No seasoning, no touch, no nothing. Just serve them as is for them to eat.
Right.
So, and I personally feel that devalues their livelihood. 100%. Right? The more I'm eating this bullshit food, the less I want to be around them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to be, my focus in this building is to create an ambiance where they feel loved, they feel life, you know what I'm saying? And I want to bring the kids so they can be, that remind me of my grandkid. He remind me of my son, you know what I'm saying? So that triggers their brain to keep going. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I want them to live as long as possible. And also supplying the public with a affordable meals, right? Because you go any restaurant you go to, you're not getting you're not getting no lamb ribs for no goddamn $8. Let's be clear with that. No. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting lamb for $8. You're not getting goat for $8. You're not getting no authentic meals for that price I'm giving to you for. And that's my thing. So I don't want to do I want to make money? Of course I want to make money. But I gravitate more from pleasing people than I do from them, their finances towards me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if your money comes through, hey, yo, man, me and Yassine, we broke, but we need some food. I got $5. Kudos. You know what I mean? Your $5 don't matter to me. The fact that I was able to feed you and Yassine,
right?
That's a blessing to me. That's something love. I can do.
Yeah.
That's something I can do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the day, it's like once I close, what's up is food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was going around back at the homeless people, because I feel like it's not fair. All these high-end restaurants, y'all throw all this food away. Y'all throw $1,000 of food every year, every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day I throw $1,000 food away. You got people out here just crying, starving, killing people for food.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is tell people, hey man, come by this hour, I got you. Or just drive around and drop shit off to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like this, people are, oh man, good job. No, it's not a good job. I don't need to praise for that. It's common sense.
Right.
It's common sense. You know what I'm saying? Common sense. Right. Why would I? Right. So I'm already losing this money. The money already lost. The food already cooked.
Yeah, you spent it already. Yeah.
It's cooked already. The food already cooked. So I'm just throw the shit in the trash? No. Not if I can give it away, I'm gonna give it away. If I can't, I'll throw it in the trash. Or I'll bring it home for my leftovers. Where it go? But I feel like that somebody could benefit from any hardship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm mad about. I won't say mad, but it irritates me that those are well off are not doing better off. You know what I'm saying? I'm far from rich. I'm paycheck. If you hear what I'm saying, I live paycheck to paycheck, right? But my lifestyle is rich.
All day.
My lifestyle is
wealthy. Yes.
I'm wealthy by lifestyle, not by financial. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If I can, I will. Do all I can for whoever needs it. You know what I'm saying? That's more valuable than me giving you $100 to buy food for your house. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
I'm gonna say this real quick, just on that piece about mindset, because that's really what this is about, is mindset. You know, and I think a lot of times we operate from a poverty mindset, we operate from a scarcity mindset, and we operate from what I don't have, instead of flipping that and looking at assets. So what do I already have? What am I working with? Right? I'm already wealthy because of who I am. The money don't make me wealthy, right? And I operate from an abundance mindset, which means I'm never wanting, right? I'm always taken care of. And what I want to say for you is that as generous as you have been, and you know this is why you do it, but I'm just going to claim it and say it. You will reap the benefits of everything that you need from an income status, from a financial status, and all of that, because you are leading with value and impact before income. You know what I mean? And that's something that the more of us that live in that and become constant testimonies for people, not only just for our peer group, but for the younger generation. I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day about when we begin to show our young people that you can have a career in giving back. You know what I mean? Like, and you can find what that is, what that lane is, but you can have a career that's not about, you know, a ball in a hoop, rapping and dancing, right? You can have a career by, you know, really I was talking about energy work, and it was actually talking about a Reiki master and a yoga instructor. So it was around that lens, like, how do we get our young people at teenager years learning that they can be a yoga instructor, right? Because guess what that does? It helps them learn how to heal themselves, right? Like, how come they got to learn this? How come we had to learn it when we were 40, right? Oh, that stretching was important. Oh, I should have been stretching 20 years ago. So I'm just giving you some context.
I'd be taller if I'd have stretched more.
You know what I mean? My back wouldn't be hurting today, you know. But I just say that to say these are examples, and what we've just shared for the whole hour is like living outside of the norm in that mentality. You know what I mean? Living outside of what is propaganda, what's mainstream information, right? So many of us, especially Black folks in particular, really do operate from a poverty mindset. You know what I mean? And so we hoard and we keep. And oh, well, this is mine. This is all I have, or I can't share this. And we still poor, right? But like you said, when people give, when you're giving, that's abundance. Like that's a different feeling, and you're always, like you said, always rich. You know what I mean? So I can resonate with that. Because I don't know, people think I got all the money, and I'm like, I work nonprofit, y'all. Like, start there. Second of all the money, like with a 9-year-old, and he eat everything. Like, we just happy to be here. You know what I mean?
A single mom too.
Come on, right. But because of how I carry myself, my confidence, and how I just interact in the world, you know, people always think I just got it. It's like, okay, but you know how I get it? Because I'm resourceful. You know what I mean?
I want them to think that because I do got it.
Right.
You know right. I do got it. I got it all together, Kenny. You know what I'm saying? I never had no bad days. You know what I'm saying? I never had no hardships. I never been broke. You know what I'm saying? I got it.
Come on. Come on. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, because perception is everything, right?
Yes.
So how people perceive you is how they see you. So if you see me as a baller, as a person that got all together, praise to you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact that's far from the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right. For real.
Like, even for example, like right now, I got my grand opening coming up on October 17th, right? My grand opening. I'm going to a wedding this weekend in Vegas that I could definitely not afford to go to, right? I bought my plane ticket only 2 days ago. My brother, Antonio James, A1, love you, my brother. I'm making it happen for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going there knowing mentally, financially, emotionally. I mean, financially, I'm not able to go, right? Right. But emotionally and mentally, I have to be there.
Right.
So guess what? I'm gonna make it happen. So I fly in Sunday night after our games, after we leave the games on Sunday, go to the airport, fly into Vegas, wedding on Monday, wake up Tuesday morning, flying back, got practice. You know what I'm saying? From outside looking in, I never missed a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nobody knows that I'm doing extra shit behind the scenes that nobody knows about. know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
You pull it off. Yeah,
yeah,
to pull it off.
you gotta make it happen. Let's say I believe in the art of making things happen, right?
Yes.
And the reason why I say that because when your back is against the wall,
yep,
and you love something dearly, it's gonna come fruition, right?
Right.
You're gonna figure it out.
Yep.
It goes back to my religion. Loves my religion because the reason why is because I grew up. My grandfather was a Christian preacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's you got an hour. You got an hour?
Yeah, we good. A whole another hour.
You got a whole another hour?
I mean, I'm good. We rolling.
Okay, because religion. Let's talk. I'm talking religion. Religion.
Yep, go ahead.
My religion starts with my grandmother when she was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She was sacrificed by the king of our tribe, which is her grandfather at the time, to go be with the missionaries as a bridge the gap between the two nations, right? So she was sent off to study Christianity and become a Christian missionary, like a person that's going to bring Christianity back to our tribe. So she was sacrificed at 8 years old. My grandfather, who ended up being her husband, was sacrificed at 10 years old for the same reasons as well. And they met in college without knowing their own paths. They met in college and united, and that brought them together. So the two tribes united, and my grandfather and grandmother got together, had my mother, who had us. So Christianity is my original faith, is Christianity. That's my natural born faith, Christianity. Mm-hmm. When I came to America, 1990, me and my parents moved to Jacksonville. We moved to Jacksonville, Florida, before we came to Portland, Oregon. Mm-hmm. And my mother, being a preacher's daughter, was so high key on God, Jesus, and all that, that the Mormons came to the door, knock on our door, our Satan Wicked living in America. And then my mom, all she seen was a book that said Jesus Christ, Jesus, right? So we became Mormons. 6 months later, we get baptized as Mormons. You know what I'm saying? So I lived as a Mormon from 10 until 16. I practiced Mormonism. And then the same church, the Mormon church, moved us to Portland, Oregon, so we could be close to my grandparents. And they were at that time going to Ainsworth United Church of Christ, what they're off 34th and Ainsworth, I want to say. You know what I'm saying? So they've been there. We've been at the same church since day one. So grandma and grandpa, that's their church. So mom and dad moved back to Portland from Florida. We still went to Mormon churches. And mind you, there is no, I would say this loud and proud, there's no black Mormons. No black Mormons.
I have not met one.
No black Mormons. Let alone Africans.
Man.
Right? So I'm at 16. I got my Eagles. I'm Boy Scout. I got my Eagles badge at 16 years old. Right? Surpass all that shit. Because everything Boy Scouts do is stuff that's natural to us as survivors in my country. Right? So Boy Scouts teach you nothing about survival skills. Boom, marriage bad, married bad. I'm going to all these Boy Scout things. I'm the only black kid. I have a very vivid memory about Boy Scouts. I was at the beach with the Boy Scouts. I have a full black. I always rock afros. I had an afro, right? So my afro is full of sand because we're at the beach. And then so I'm shaking sand on my hair and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're all laughing. Oh, how the hell? That's crazy. Your hair holds sand? Yeah, unfortunately it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why, but it does. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why yours doesn't, but mine does, right? Mind you, we're all kids. This. I'm not saying this to be mean or mad, but this is truly a kid innocence, right?
Yep.
This is how you know about different races, how you raised.
Right.
One kid tells me like, "You ever wonder why you're black?" Like, good question. Never thought about that. Right. I'm just black. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is me. I don't know. Never thought about that. What's your answer? Oh, because God forgot to put you in the oven. That's why I'm black. God forgot. He put me in the oven and forgot me. So I came out black because I'm overcooked. Right? So my rebuttal as a kid with wit, you know why you're white? Because he forgot to put you in the oven.
Yeah.
At least he thought about me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He thought about me, he put me in the oven. You know what I'm saying? I'm seasoned, I'm cooked, honey.
Right.
You raw meat, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like
wow.
Yeah, so that's my experience, you know what I'm saying, with the Mormons and bringing the Boy Scouts. You know what I'm saying? Like I laugh at it now, but back then, that's racist.
All day.
But the white kid knows racist. Me as an African know it's racist. We're just two innocent kids going back and forth.
Yep.
Now fast forward, that's racism.
Right.
But as kids, they don't see that. We always know what we taught.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he learned that from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never thought about why you're white and why I'm black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who thinks about that, bro? You know what I'm saying? I just know I'm born this way, bro. You're born that way. That's life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you think me that God forgot me in the oven, though? How's that, bro? If he forgot me in the oven, he never put you in the oven.
Right.
So at least I'm a thought.
Man.
Not 2021 thoughts, you thoughts. I was thought of.
Right. I was
thought of. I'm not a thought. Let's get that clear.
Woo! Yes. So fast forward, love is your religion.
Love's my religion. And the reason why, because when I went to college, I took a religion course in college. Mm-hmm. And all the denominations have the same core values. Yeah. Treat others how you want to be treated. Love others want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So why do I have to follow one denomination? Right. And the second thing, why do I have to give you 10% of my money that I made? I work hard for this money. And I got to give you 10% of what I made this month. And I'm coming to church every Sunday. So technically, if I'm making $5,000 a month, I got to give you $500 a month. For what? For your ass to read to me? What are you doing?
Ooh, yeah.
What you doing is reading to me. So I gotta pay for you. I gotta pay you to read to me. How about I go buy the book, read myself? You know what I'm saying? How about I just live right and live that way? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I love my religion. Like all my hashtags, loves my religion, life is my scripture, and human culture. Because life's gonna tell you what you need to do with yourself. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Here. Absolutely. I'm going through personal hardship right now that nobody knows about. Like, this really messed my future up. Like my whole life is in the court's hands right now. But nobody knows about that because guess what? That's my testimony. That's my hardship. Right. That's me going through that. Nobody needs to express that. Right. But say when the time is right and people find out, they're gonna find out. But I'm not I'm going through all this. No, for what purpose? No, bounce back up. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Bounce back up. Yep. That's what I always believe in. When you fall, make sure you fall on your back. At least you're looking up still. Right. If you fall on your face, that's a disgrace. You know what I'm saying? Never fall on your face. Always fall on your back. You know what I'm saying? So I say human culture because I believe in human culture because if we embrace human culture, right, I can relate to you because you're human. I don't have to worry about your skin color or your history or where you came from. Right. I'm worried about you being human. Like the key word you said, humanitarian. Right? Humanitarian is key. We don't have that. Right. That's a lost cause. If I'm not doing nothing for you, if I'm doing something for you, I need to benefit financially from it. I'm not doing it. Right. That's not humanitarian. Yep. That's not human. Yep. That's financial, Terry. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing it for financial purposes. I don't help people because I want help back. I help because I can. Where I can, I will. You know what I'm saying? If I can't, I'll let you know. Sorry, Marty. No, I can't do it. Right. I'm tied up. You know what I'm saying? If there's a way I can figure it out, I'm gonna figure it out. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Without me expecting you to reciprocate when I call you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Right. A lot of people do that shit because boom. Yep. I got one up on him now. So next time they say I'm gonna drop the card. I got friends that do that all the day. Well, maybe that one time I picked you up, but you can't pick me up. Bro, do not pick me up because you want me to get picked. You want me to pick you up next time.
Right.
Cause I might not be driving when you call me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Do it because you can, not because you have to, or because you want something in return.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? When you do things because you can, it's more valuable that way.
Absolutely.
I'm gratified. I get gratification from helping people. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing. And that's why it makes me, that's why I believe in love and religion, because I'm a servant to life. You know what I'm saying? I'm a servant to humans. I embrace my role in life. I know who I am. My role in this life is to help people as much as I can.
Right.
That's my richness. I don't know why, but that's me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It be trying to be mad at myself, like, damn man, why you say yes? You know what I'm saying? But guess what?
Right. Yep.
I cannot say no. I don't know how to say no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this saying no to me is like, it's hurtful. Because I hate being told no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with dating.
Well, that's
like, I don't shoot my shot if I can't. If you have my league, you have my league. I'm not shooting my shot. I hate missing. I'm gonna pass the ball. You know what I mean? This shot my range. I'm passing the ball. You can make this shot, bro. Take the shot.
Right. I think I'm gonna leave that right there. That's real, and I think it's so important to be in your purpose, live your purpose, accept your purpose. Right. That's one thing that I say in my book. Find your purpose, live your purpose, and then do good while you're here. You know what I mean? Yes. And so, like, those are 3 basic principles. Now, we struggle along those ways, right, to find our purpose. But a lot of times we shy away from, like you said, what we've been given, and we fight it. But the moment we actually accept the gift that we've been given, the talents we've been given, then there's no more of the struggle. You know what I mean? You just accept, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to be, you know? And with that, most people, I won't say most, some people won't understand. You know what I mean? And that's where you have to be willing to live your purpose with or without, people believing and trusting and having faith in who you are, and that's, anyway, it goes back to just being that testimony, and making sure that we are being leaders of our community and who we need to be. So, we've been on this, man. We almost hitting that 2-hour mark, which means you just got to come back. I'm gonna bring you back, because like I said, I want to spend more time on the religion piece, because I got a lot of questions, but questions in a way that, again, will help, I think, people critically think about even how they see religion, because that term religion turns people off, and that term organized religion turns people off. But I think it's just they have a misunderstanding, No,
my thing, like, religion is necessary. I don't want nobody to believe that my lack of denomination means that I don't believe in religion. But religion is necessary, right? Because you have everybody needs something to motivate them to do better.
Absolutely.
And that's the core reason for religion, right?
Right.
That's your safety zone. That's your safety net. That's your go-to. That's your confinement. You know what I'm saying? Religion. So it's necessary, definitely necessary. What I'm saying is, do it to your benefit, right? Don't do it because mom and dad did it.
Right.
Don't do it because you want to just be the flyest person on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Do it because you actually believe in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you believe in it fully. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying for myself is, I was born in it. I was raised in it. I was embedded in it, and I grew out of it because I understood the core values. I don't need to be at a sanctuary, for me to live righteously. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't need to go there to repent my sins. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I could be in my own home and repent my sins. I could be here. I could be where I'm at and reap my benefits. You know what I'm saying? And bless others. You know what I'm saying? Treat others the way I want to be treated. I'm doing that fully. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want nobody to think, oh man, Coach Jesse said don't be a Christian. No, I'm not saying that. Be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And believe what you want to believe in. Just do it to the benefit of yourself and pleasing others.
Exactly. And I think, for me, I think that we get confused by the word religion. One of the things that is written in the Holy Quran through Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, it says that Islam was given as a religion. And when you look up those words, right, and how it's broken down, it's as a religion. Well, what does Islam mean? Islam means peace, right?
Yep.
So he gave peace as a religion. Well, what is
Facts.
religion? A way of life, right?
Yep.
So when I hear you say love is my religion, it's love is your way of life, right?
Yep.
And so like that's where we get caught up in society, that religion means, like you said, Christianity. That it can mean that if that's what you do, but your religion could also be money if that's what you choose to spend your energy on every day.
Yes.
So
What's
your religion
motivation?
can be money.
Yes. Right.
Exactly. So
I have friends that's
really
motivated by that for sure.
Yeah, and that's their religion.
Yeah.
They might call it
Yeah.
something else, but no, if your attention is on chasing that green, then that's your religion, and just
Right.
call it for what it is, you know.
Right.
But I think that that's where, and I always say we, because I'm always talking about Black first.
I always say we too. We's the best way to use. You'll never, because when you start saying you, it's an attack, right? It's an attack on somebody else. But if I say we, I'm involving myself in this, so it's not an attack on nobody.
I'm right behind. I'm right there side by side with us. So we have to get a better understanding of words and a better understanding of what we mean when we say you know. And I'm glad you cleared it up. You know, just say, hey, this is not what I'm meaning by this. But at the end of the day, it's like people have to. We gotta deprogram to reprogram. You know what I mean? Like we get so lost in. I mean, I talk to people all the time. Oh, I'm not with organized religion. Okay, that's fine. But you still gonna need something that is bigger than you, that you believe in. You know what I mean? And you can say it's the higher self. You can say it's the universe. You can say the God within. All of those things.
Either way, it works.
It's still a greater, right? It's still a greater purpose. And that's where I think we, especially for children, we got to get back to that for our children, because, man, back to the scripture. The scripture says, you know, my people are lost, or my people will die, is perish, you know, for the lack of knowledge, right? I just put my own spin on it. That's from the book of Imani. But my people basically are dying. Yeah, are dying because we have no vision. You know what I mean? And so it goes back to the same philosophy that we're talking about, making sure our children understand what you just said about love as being your religion. Just like getting those foundational concepts, it is so important, because our children right now are, you know, they have no hope.
Lost. Yeah, they lost.
They lost. They have no hope. They don't see anything different than what they see outside every day in the streets. So if we can impart and put on them, get them back into understanding the value of being a better human being. Like, we ain't got to even call it God. Just we get to that later. We can define God later. But just being a better person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Serving better, helping.
That's what the religion. That's what religions is originated from. Is making people better, right?
Yes.
Because people are like, you know, like, and I'll use. Let's say people that go to jail, right? Most people that go to jail, or I'll say prison, not jail. Let's say prison. Most people that go to prison that didn't have religion before find a religion.
Right. All day.
Right.
Yep.
Because you know why? Because your back against the wall. You need something to get you out of here. You know what I'm saying? You need something. You got to pray, because you've been messing up your whole life. That's what you're here now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now you're here. What are you going to do?
Right.
Most people confine in religion. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because it's a safety net.
Yes.
It's all for mental safetyness. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that that's what the definition of faithfulness. Faithful means to me, I know that things are going to get better for sure.
Yes.
I'm going to stay faithful in what I'm doing, and knowing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
That's all faith is. That's all faith is. Faith is me knowing that today's not going to last every day. It's not going to be the same thing every day.
Right.
So I got jacked for my knife set. I got jacked for some food, and the food I'm supposed to cook today. That's not going to determine what's going to happen to me tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Safeway, go buy the meat, go back to the house and get my knife that I got at the house and bring it here so I can go on with the day.
Right.
That's faith. You know what I'm saying? I know that tomorrow's gonna be better today.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But if I don't have no faith, I'm gonna walk in like, oh God, man, today's over, done. I'm done. After that, today's done. That's those people that had no faith. You know what I'm saying? They don't see nothing good. All they see is negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I say religion is good and healthy, because it helps you have a different perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, somebody has it worse than you for sure. No matter what you're going through.
Yes.
You're mad about getting on the bus? Talk about the dude in the wheelchair have to get in the wheelchair to ride to walk to stroll himself to the bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
You worry about not having gas money. Worry about the person that would not no car. Ain't got no bus fare. You know what I'm saying? Like F what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody got it worse than you for sure. You know what I'm saying? Count your blessings, not your faults. You know what I mean?
Yes. Absolutely. We're gonna end on that. We're gonna end on that. Count your blessings, not your faults.
Yes.
Absolutely. I appreciate this conversation. I appreciate you.
Too. Appreciate you too. I'm glad I came on. I was nervous. I tell the world I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I never opened up like this before, but this is the first time me opened up and opening my can of worms to the world. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If I offended anybody, what I said is not my intention to offend you, but I hope you learn from my offense.
There you go. Yeah. Absolutely. And I say this all the time. You know, people be like, oh, Imani, you're comfortable behind the camera. Man, please. I'm sweating. I got butterflies. Yeah. Because to me, I keep it 100 with everybody. Anytime you get on a rostrum, turn the camera on, coaching, whatever you're doing, that's public, not inside your house. To me, you speaking to God's people. And so that means you got to always be mindful of your word choice, mindful of how you carry yourself and everything. Right. And if you say something wrong, I apologize for the offense, charge it to my head, not my heart. But this is a real conversation. And authentic. This is me. And I enjoy this because we need to have more of these real ass conversations.
Yes.
Because we don't, man, I could go into that too, about how we just don't talk about real stuff. You know, like we just going through the motions and we wonder.
And that's what I admire about you too. Because when I watch all the YouTube channels, all the documents I watch, the interviews I watch of you, like it's authentic. It's nothing scripted. You know what I'm saying? Like I even called you, I even text you, I asked you, yo, what's it gonna be about? You give me a couple of key notes. And I was like, okay, well, I'm watching you. I say, I guess I just be me, huh? So yeah, just be yourself. Kudos. Yep. I ain't got to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's that. I feel like everybody should do more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get in front of the camera and be somebody different than they are behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same person when you see me in public. I'm the same person behind the scenes. Absolutely. I might not do certain things in public that I do personally, right? Mm-hmm. Because certain things are private. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, you're getting the same person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My words are going to be the same words. I'm not going to shy away from hurting your feelings because I want to say something different to make you feel better. No.
Right.
I'm going to say what I say because that's how I feel. If I offend you, I apologize, but that's what I said.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And for me, I have a hard time doing small talk. So that's why, that's another reason why this avenue for me personally and being consistent on Sundays and doing just the art of living and just having conversations, it allows me, it feeds my soul because I just have a difficult time, you know, shooting the breeze or whatever they call it. I always want to go deep. Because I believe that our sharing, our vulnerability is where someone's going to find their own inspiration, find their own motivation. We have no idea who will hear this, and if it impacts one person,
that's what we did. We did our job.
And here's the reality: hearing your story impacted me, so it already did its job. So whether there's viewers or not, you know what I mean, it served its purpose, and that's where I believe we all have our own book, we all have our own testimony. We just got to stand in it, live it, and be who we are. You know,
that's why life's my scripture.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. Write your own book. Write your own book. Right, you know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you. We're gonna come back in the next couple weeks.
Chimuku Cuisines, grand opening, October 17th. Pull up and show out.
Y'all stay connected. I'll put his links on my page, the Art of Living page on Facebook, of course, Instagram. But once again, thank you all for tuning in. My next show is October. Hold on. It's 2 weeks from now. But this one's going to be good, y'all. This one is actually, what's my calendar? This one is it's going to be with a brother who created a credit app. So an app where you can monitor your credit. So it's not Credit Karma. It's called Credit Fixer. And he created it. He built his own app, a brother. He's in Atlanta. So I'm gonna bring him on to talk about how he built the app, but also the usefulness of the app for us, and how we can get our credit scores together, how we can monitor, how we can
Yeah, I need that.
and some more stuff. So
Right.
he's coming on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the date for y'all. October 16th is actually the anniversary of the Holy Day of Atonement. So the Million Man March was October 16th, 1995. And so every October 16th is a holy day for us. So we fast and do prayer and all of that. And so the brother is actually in the nation with me. So we both were like, let's do it on October 16th. So we're going to come on and do a live show. And he's a young brother too. Like the fact that he built this app. Anyway, we're going to get into it next week. So
this is a generation. The generation is the ones that got the technology mentality. You know what I'm saying?
They ready.
They ready. Right. Like I call my daughter about anything technical.
Right.
Simple as connecting my TV to my phone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I could do that.
Man. Y'all seen taught me.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I want to end on this note.
Yep.
Parents, I will say this and I'll say it loud. Learn from your kids. Because we as parents, we think we know everything and want to teach our kids everything. But they are living through now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine we grew up.
Right.
I was mad at my parents by not letting me do certain things because I was in the now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm a parent, I let my kids be the parent sometimes too. Yes. So when they ask to do things, I ask them why. I understand why. Second note, give them options that you are willing to give them, not that they want. Right. So my kid, for example, I give you options. It's everything that I want you to do.
Right.
Let's say chores. Let's say, for example, chores. I need dishes cleaned. I need the floor swept. I need carpet vacuum. Right. Hey, Grandpa, which one you want to do? You want to vacuum the floor, do the dishes, or mop the floor, or sweep the floor? Right. 3 things I got to get done.
Yep.
Versus, yo, Grandpa, we got chores to do. Do some chores.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What chores?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with life. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you want to play basketball? Okay, I need you to give me good grades.
Yep.
Be good at home. And be responsible.
Right.
And I give you that ball. All things I need for you to do. You know what I'm saying? Versus, nah, you playing basketball. You doing this. Nah, you can't be. Right. Do not be a dictator parent. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Let them believe that it's a democracy. They got a choice. They're gonna do more for you for sure.
Right. Absolutely. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You got the rest of your Saturday. The sun is out, so enjoy it. And thank y'all for tapping in. Stay tuned. Next interview is October 16th. Don't miss that. And once again, peace and blessings to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes. Peace.
Love is abundance.